My name is Don Raack. I'm Managing Director of AltruNext. We are dedicated to advancing the missions of nonprofit organizations, and we primarily focus on four areas: funding, organizational effectiveness, executive coaching, and data analysis. My wife Kristen and I started the organization 6 years ago, and we decided to leverage Kristen's experience in nonprofit with my business management experience to create our little firm AltruNext, which is, if you're wondering about the name, a blend of taking altruism to the next level. And we took those two words and created the name of our company, and here we are 6 years later, going strong. So we work with a company, organization called Chicago Youth Programs, and they are down on Prairie in Englewood. They're a youth services, social service organization. And Kristen actually moved to Chicago back in like 2000, 2002, sometime around then, to work as a grant writer for that organization. So, then fast forward 15 years later, and the relationship sparked up again. And now they've been a client of ours since 2017, and we've helped them raise multi-millions of dollars. We actually we wrote the grant application for the Northwestern Dance Marathon, $1 million grant, and they won that. And it was just a transformative grant for them. So we continue to work with them. We've raised, I believe, over $2 million for them. And we have multiple million of dollars of grant opportunities still in the hopper with them. I'm gonna talk about my relationship that I've developed with Emily Taylor. We really, we were the first two that started off on the NPRC, and just working through the startup, writing the charter, working on that, just getting organized and figuring out what we were going to do and how we were going to execute. We spent a lot of time together, and we, got to know each other through, that work, but then also just meeting at events and such up until COVID started. We got to know each other informally as well. We wound up, talking and aligning on a couple of business opportunities as well. So that's really when you get to know someone well enough to, go into a bid for work with each other, knowing their skills and having that level of confidence and trust in their abilities, and their and yours. I think that's a really big benefit of being in ACN as it relates to the nonprofit sector. It's not all the time do you have all the skills at your fingertips to complete a need for a client organization. So, having those relationships and being able to tap into folks that have different skills that perhaps complement yours or supplement yours are very important. You're a consultant because you're a leader. So use your leadership skills and get involved. It's pretty much that simple. There's a saying, you reap what you sow, and I think the more you sow, the more you're going to reap. So, it's no one's going to tell you what to do, and that's the life of our profession. So when you come into the organization in the board capacity or committee capacity, it's really you have a lot of opportunity to create and shape the experience. So if you can grab onto that and run with it, it can be really rewarding. What we recommend for others is getting as involved in the Empower groups as you can. Those are great. They're just starting. I have not attended one currently, but I have a couple on my list that I want to check out. I think just any of the knowledge shares and webinars we have, just to understand, what your peers are seeing out in the market, taking advantage of the intelligence and being able to have a name and a face to reach out to, just to connect. Whether it's someone who's in the same subspace as you are, or if it's someone who has a complementary skill that you might be interested in to, expand your opportunities to serve your client. All those things are well worth the effort and the hour here and there once a week in order to develop. The biggest advantages of working in this sector are, I think, number one, just being with people who truly want to make a tangible difference in people's lives. That we've seen through working in healthcare, social service, higher education, all the subsectors we've worked through. You just see these people who are passionate about really enriching the experience of people they don't even know, which is a little bit of a departure from the culture of corporate. It's very nonprofit is saying nonprofit is very people centric, right? So at the end of the day, it's not about a product or a brand or anything. It's really about an experience and a difference. And frankly, I think the thing that makes it most enjoyable for me working with AltruNext is I work with my wife and I work with friends of ours. Our neighbor across the street, our daughter's our best friends. She's our project manager. We have a woman from my wife's book club who writes grants for us. We have a friend of mine from college who's working on marketing for us. We all have known each other for years and years and years, and we have this little, tribe we've created that, just is, chugging out some really good stuff for a lot of nonprofit organizations here in Chicago and frankly across the country. Yeah, I gotta say, my favorite vacation spot throughout my life has been northern Wisconsin. Surprise, surprise, Slapshot. The Sun Also Rises by Ernest Hemingway. Anything with sugar in it. Oh, so many over the years, but I'm going to go back to college. I'm going to say the Pixies. It would be Pope Francis. My hero is my wife.